like a circle in a spiral, like a wheel within a wheel, never ending or beginning on an ever spinning reel, like a snowball down a mountain or a carnival balloon, like a carousel that's turning, running rings around the moon, like a clock whose hands are sweeping past the minutes of its face, and the world is like an apple whirling silently in space, like the attacks that you hit with the windmills of hay shit. Still we find ourselves embattled with barbarian foes. Harshnag joins the fray to aid our cause with mighty blows. Who's this woman hiding from my eyes? Hypnotic pattern, hypnotize. The adventure continues.
And so you find yourselves in this corridor, this very large entrance hallway to the Eye of the Allfather. You've battled a number of barbarians and defeated them, with one lone survivor. The corridor itself is still, as a reminder, it's still dark. There is no light being emitted other than two torches. One which is held by this lady, or was certainly before she was entranced, and one being held by I think actually no, Greg Mill might have had some light cast on his
slippers
tip. Those slippers. Dweezil,
Yo,
can you roll me a perception?
I can do that. I can absolutely do that. And I will do that, Nathan. 17 for you there, Nathan.
17.
Good old Krill special.
You as you're sort of you've cast your spell, this hypnotic pattern and everything, and this is sort of lit up. I imagine with hypnotic pattern there must be an element of light to it. I would have thought.
Yeah,
something
twisting
like
lights and colours. Yeah.
Yeah, with that, this somewhat dark corridor is sort of lit up, and you can see all these things, the reflection dancing off the walls. As you're looking, it sort of distracts you a little bit from what's actually happening, and you start looking around the room. Not so distracted that you drop your concentration, of course, but you start looking around, and you, in fact, notice that in these columns, one of which is directly behind you, and there's 5 others dotted around. Sorry, 7 others actually dotted around. You actually notice that there are these large sconces up on the wall, which are currently unlit. There's no fire within them, but you just notice them. So it's up to you whether you want to do anything with that information and whether you want to do anything with that at the moment. But I just thought I'd relay that to you,
Lads, there are some sconces on the wall.
or is it sconces? Or is it sconces? I can never remember how to pronounce the word.
That's a good bit. Are they? I mean, do they require torches, or do they have torches in them?
There are torches within them, but they are unlit.
sounds like a job for Fireball.
I can't see any reason to not shine some light on the situation. It'd certainly help Gregor quite a lot, wouldn't it?
It would help me enormously.
I am. How high up did you say these sconces were, Nathan?
They are. I mean, they're fairly high up, given that this is designed to be for giants.
Yeah.
They're about. I would say they're probably about 15 foot high off the ground, so you can't reach them directly.
Yeah.
However,
Nagos can though, can't he? My good old pal Nagos. Nagos. That's just a thing that me and him have got now. We've got like little pet names, right? He calls me the Dweez, and I call him Nagos.
right? Okay.
I was about to say I'll give him a lit torch, but I don't have a torch or a tinderbox. I don't know why. Surely I'd have a torch and a tinderbox. I thought I had a torch and a tinderbox.
Oh.
I don't appear to have a torch and a tinderbox. Has anyone got a torch and a tinderbox, lads?
I have got ignite and wings.
Here we go.
Just do that then if you want. Quench.
So talk to me, Quench. Are you flying around and hitting up some torches with some little
Yeah, I reckon
finger bobbins?
I think it'd be a pretty cool thing to do.
Okie dokie. So you do that, and you there's in total. Actually, I miscounted. There's 10 in total around here. You doing all 10, or are you just doing the?
I'll at least do the sort of several that are within our immediate confines first, just to make sure that everything that it illuminates as we would expect.
Okay, so you do the one behind Dweezil.
At what kind of level did this skill and feature become available to you, Michael?
I think it was like level 4, something like that.
Wow.
It's been a couple levels.
Yeah, you got it. It's part of your storm aura thing, if I correctly remember.
Yeah, I think it's like a second level 1 of that or something.
Quinch, the bringer of lumens.
Oh, nice. Excellent stuff. I've just placed one of the lights on the map. Has that done anything? Has that lit up a little thing for any of you?
I mean, I've got dark vision, so it didn't change what I could see.
Yeah.
I think it's changed a little area for me, yes.
Yeah, it has for me if I move my character away.
Let me place another one over here.
Yeah, lovely.
Yeah.
Oh,
This is nice.
Okay. So that would happen.
Have we
so,
told the listeners that we now have
dynamic lighting? No, it's our first time of using dynamic lighting, so it's obviously lighting up as I'm placing these. So yeah, we'll just go back a step. So Quinch lights this first one, and obviously it wouldn't have necessarily mechanically done it, but you suddenly see this light, this aura of light coming off of this torch, and it burns brightly, and you flap around and do the other 9 or so.
Yeah, perfect.
Okay.
Oh, I can see a whole corridor now. This is exciting.
We should probably do something about this woman, as opposed to just sorting out the lighting situation.
Are we talking thumb across the throat? You saying about?
Oh, I can't remember how annoying she'd been, or
so she'd spent the battle basically standing back and attacking Gregomel almost exclusively.
Oh,
She's
yeah,
a
she
little
did.
bitch. Yeah.
Fair.
Do you think we should question her?
Yeah, I think so. Certainly.
Try and find out why they're here. I mean, my assumption is that they're just wild people who have sought refuge and possible treasures in the giant's temple.
Krill is not opposed to some light torture.
I just did the light torching.
Nice. Okay, so you head on down. Who's doing the interrogation?
Oh, well. I'd certainly put my name in the hat.
I think it would certainly be better if it was Gregomel or I.
Yeah, I mean, what are we asking her? That's the question. Right.
Does she come here often? Does she like tiramisu?
Okay, I'm the question master on this account then.
I'm gonna stand behind you menacingly.
Okay.
So you head over to this woman, and on your way there, you've got to pass these other barbarians that are dead on the floor that you'd slaughtered over the last minute of real time. And you get close to her, and you can see that she's a little different. There's definitely similarities between her and the rest of the crew in that she has. You can see that she, you may or may not remember, but the barbarians had like lots of like dragon scale stuff upon them. It wasn't like dragon scale armor per se. It was more decorative. It was more sort of performative, flourishes rather than it being anything mechanically different. You see similar flashes of this on her. She's a bit more wild though. There's lots of like. You see on her like other things like there's feathers and bones and there's lots of other things and you would probably is Gregomel being the one going up to this one? Yeah. Give me an insight, I guess.
Just out of curiosity, what race is she?
Human.
That is a grand total of a 6 on an insight.
6. Other than her being different, you don't really get any sense of who she might be to the rest of this party. You just tell that she looks a little different. That's about it. Okay. So you start walking towards her, and you can see sort of a bit of a. Even though she can't move, if I remember correctly, with hypnotic patterns, she could still talk. She's just frozen, and it's worth remembering that she's only frozen for like a minute, isn't she? So
she's charmed. incapacitated as a speed of 0. Yeah.
So she's you don't hit her, and she's only there for a minute. So I'll suggest that you limit your questions, otherwise she's going to snap out of it. So, okay, go for it.
Hello there, madam. May I ask what you're doing in this place?
Laying on the charisma early, I see.
Yeah.
She sort of like her lip curls and she sort of looks at you in quite a disgusted tone and says, "Why should I talk to you?"
Why do you sound like a giant? I mean, you're definitely not a giant, lady. You're tiny. Look at you. You're about 4'8".
I don't know what you're talking about. You tell her, woman, this is not a giant voice. We sound nothing alike. That was Harshnag, by the way. That was two distinct voices.
Oh yeah, okay. Why do you look at us in such disdain? We're the one here with a giant with us. Why are you here? Do you even know what this place is?
It is a stone home. I've got to change that voice because that is going to get confusing. It is a stone home.
Wow.
I've got to literally go complete opposite end of the scale, otherwise I'm fucked for the rest of the session.
Did anybody else notice that dramatic change in octave?
I think she just had a lump in her throat and she had to clear it.
It is a stone home, and I'm not going to be talking to you, magic user.
Is that why you were throwing arrows and stuff at an old man, was it?
Indeed. Vile beast.
She's clutching her pearls as she says that.
Did she use any magic?
Yeah.
Roll me.
I don't think she did. I could be
perception at advantage.
Perception
I'm sure she
at
did.
advantage. Oh, I got a 2 and a 20, so 25.
Pretty sure she teleported.
Are fairly confident that she used something. Yes. You think she used magic. To you, it would look like magic.
So she's got disdain for Greg because he's a magic user, but she uses magic herself. Is she a druid, Nate? Sorry. Are you a druid, love?
This is not a term I use. No.
Oh, sorry. Are you a druid, sweetheart?
No, and you can call me Urka.
Urka.
E-R-K-A.
Oh,
that's funny because that makes me want to irk every time I see you. So
I like how Greg's like charisma just fell off completely. He was a bit flirty when he went in, and now he's just insulted her.
His negs in it.
She insulted him first. Come on.
I like how Dweez was approaching her like a builder at a work site. Right, love?
Wolf whistles at her.
Yeah. You didn't walk good around your stone home.
I will not answer any more of your questions. You walk around, you magic user, with you, a giant, and orc. It is like you're trying to offend me. It is like you've brought all of these together.
Wait a second. Magic, fine. Giant, whatever. Half orc, what's the problem there?
She's a racist.
Half orc may as well be a full orc as far as I'm concerned.
Okay, orc then. What is the specific problem with orcs?
You are disgusting.
Oh, someone hold me back before I kick her head off.
And just as you say that, you sort of actually feel Harshnag's very giant hand come and almost eclipse like your entire torso. And he says, "Well, it is. I do not know if I have told you this one on our journeys, but she appears to be one of the Uthgat barbarians. They are particularly
racist.
They have a hatred of the giants. We have battled on many occasions as people. And orcs, they seem to put in the same boat. I do not know why. There was clearly a difference between us.
When we found the big obelisk that was barbarian, it was in nature. Was that
fucking hell?
Was that
Sam? That's almost some. That's actually something that happened in the game that you've remembered there.
Was that Hufgart obelisk?
It was it was called a spirit mound.
Okay.
And it is a place that barbarians hold dear.
Okay.
I can't remember the name of it exactly. I don't know if you were given the name of it, but yes, that was part of. It was something to do with the Uthgard.
What are the Uthgard we saw there? They were pictured as.
You didn't see any. You didn't see any there. That it was not. I wouldn't say it was abandoned, but there certainly wasn't anywhere at the time. But you've seen barbarians who have worn elk. You've seen barbarians that have worn, I think, raven. I think was one, and these are wearing dragon scales.
And
what did you say the mound was called? Sorry,
I don't think I gave you a name for it.
Okay.
You just said it's where they hold the deer, for, like the elk skin and whatever.
Yeah.
Perhaps you may speak to my dragon friend over here then, considering that you seem to like them so much.
Yes, hello there, dragon friend. Do you cavort with these?
Flirt back.
That's, just to clarify, that's you, Quinch.
So, sorry, I was taken back by your fragrance.
It's shiitake mushrooms.
I know. Yes, this is my posse. Why do you ask?
Jesus Christ.
If you are close to these, then I do not wish to speak to you either way.
You're okay with
You
Dragonborns,
fucking
are
blew
you?
that one, didn't you?
Minutes up in it, surely.
Yeah, I was going to say minutes up, and you sort of see just like a little bit of a quiver as the spell wears off, and you sort of see her start moving and sort of she's going, "Can I go? I don't wish to be here with you. I wish to return to my tribe."
Door's closed.
Open it then.
Apparently, it's not that easy.
Well, we haven't tried, Krill.
A big voice last time when we joked about opening it said, "Oh, I'd like to see you try."
Remember, he was just looking forward to it.
Oh,
Yeah.
I don't see any reason to just murder this woman. She's just like a
Quality
Didn't
NPC.
she almost killed Greg?
Well, basically.
Yeah, but everyone's almost killed Greg at some point.
it's harder to actually not kill Greg.
I mean, at least I haven't actually died.
That is a fair point.
I'm disinclined to murder this woman in cold blood. She's not. I don't think she's.
Sure.
I think she's just like a backwards barbarian woman from the forest.
Yeah, she's.
Yeah, sure.
Is she from the Lurkwood? Are you from the Lurkwood?
No, I'm from the north.
All right.
She's far less tolerant than us other barbarians.
So, what are you actually doing here? This isn't the kind of place people just come for the frolicking and shiitake spreading.
Not that I have any reason to tell you this, but we came here to see what had happened to Wormblood's mate, Nuri.
Oh, you knew Wormblood.
I'm pretty sure we might have just killed Wormblood.
Yes, you're standing on him.
Okay.
I did.
So yes, we knew him. What happened to Nuri?
She came here to find treasures.
Is Nuri among these lot?
No.
And you came from deeper within the hold. Was Nuri there?
We couldn't enter. The door is shut. We are. Why am I talking to an orc?
Sorry.
How do you feel about gnomes?
I've never seen one in person.
Wow, I'm really good at stealth.
I mean, he is technically stood behind Harshnag. If you look at the map, he's sort of behind Harshnag. He's popped his head out. I will hand over to the gnome. I hope you can be less racist to him.
I'll try, but I can't make any promises.
And then Krill really condescendingly says, "Go on, little guy," and just sort of pushes him forward.
Rude. Can I try and bond with her over our mutual hatred of orcs?
If you can give me a good enough, I will allow you a advantage on charisma. If you give me a good enough reason
like
for her to
acting.
think, yeah, give me something you'd say to her.
Get that game polished. Come on.
Get that nice sweet spot. Get the sweet spot where we're definitely slagging off orcs, but not in a racist way.
I'm just going to do it with a
That's
look.
a fine line.
Yeah.
A fine line.
I'm just going to do it with a look. I'm just going to glare at Krill.
Like scoff over your shoulder.
Just as if say, what I like.
Kids say,
No, and look as if to say, yeah, I'm fed up of his bullshit as well. Especially when he said, go on, little guy. There's going to be daggers.
Mm-hmm. Okay. All right.
Literal daggers.
Yeah. I've got like 6 daggers.
advantage.
They're all in Krill's back.
Give me an advantage on a charisma then.
Charisma. Is that persuasion?
Well, there's just straight charisma.
Oh, yeah. Sorry.
You can do persuasion though if that's better for you.
18.
Yeah, that's fine. She doesn't soften by any means.
What's interesting is that it's persuasion, not deception. So you believe that he actually thinks that.
I'm surprised you made me roll. Never shown many like truer colours, if I'm honest.
Automatic success. Yeah. Well, then, what do you want to ask her?
We've kind of asked her everything that we wanted to. What were we in the process of asking her?
About Numi. So I asked.
Numi.
I mean, he's not far off. It was Nori.
Nori. So yeah, we asked about obviously them going deeper into the cave.
Yeah, and the doors were shut.
So is there doors at both ends then? Is that what we're...
I have a feeling we've closed the outer door and now the inner door will be open with that lever that we pulled.
That'd
my
be a
guess.
cool mechanic.
Big like airlock thing. I guess I'll ask her, is there anything further in that we need to know about? Like any traps or things we should avoid?
She's looking at it. Yeah, go on.
Yeah.
We have no idea. We've not even breached the first... I didn't even know this. And she sort of points behind you. I don't even know what this is. There's doors back that she points behind her.
Krill points at me and is like,
Yeah, that's an orc. I thought you hated them. We established this.
She points, then sort of thumbs behind her and says, there's larger doors here that we were trying to get to. I didn't even know there was another doorway or exit or entrance this way.
As she kind of points behind her with the thumb, like Dabov goes, yeah, there's a door that way, and he kind of does that, but flexes, and then there's just that way as well, and like trying to impress her further. Does she swoon at all?
No, there's no swooning. I don't think you're her type. I think you've murdered her type.
Fair enough. Yeah, is there anything else you want me to ask her? I don't know where we're going with this interrogation. Like, what do we want to know?
It was Wormblood one of these pathetic men, or was Wormblood the dragon?
You're asking her this, yeah?
There was a leader one, weren't there?
Yeah, she says he was our leader. He was our tribal leader. I need to get back to the tribe. There will need to be some challenges to see who will take up the rest of the tribesmen who will lead us going into the new age.
And what's your role within the tribe? Are you some kind of shaman or something?
I'm indeed a shaman.
Yes.
How could you tell?
Because you keep singing about boss drums and Ebenezer being good.
Ebenezer is good. Praise Ebenezer.
Well, you're welcome to tag along. We're going to go a little bit deeper. You can try and open the door to the outside world if you like, but I think we're going to go deeper. Sometimes you have to go deeper in order to come back out.
Are you still flirting with her?
When you mention the door, Quinch, Harshnag says, Quinch, would you do... I mean, indeed all of you, would you... The door, should we not try to open it? Is there not? Should I try the lever? Would you like it open? It could be just that we just need to move the lever again, but I do not wish to do this. If you want this shut to keep us in, I am a soldier. I will do what you ask.
Harshnag, to be honest, the only reason I see that we would do it would be to let this person out. And whilst I believe in forgiveness, Lord knows I'm going through my own begging of forgiveness of late. But racism is something that perhaps I draw the line at. And no offense.
So you wished for me to murder her?
I don't. That maybe is too far, but I'm not sure we should go out of our way to help her.
I think that's fair. It's not. We shouldn't murder this woman, but similarly, let us
Should kill her.
No, she can just. She can if she ends up just waiting here for us to leave, then she ends up waiting here for us to leave. If she finds her own way out, she finds her own way out.
Yeah, that sounds fair.
So what are you doing then? Sorry, what's
Just leave her
decision?
here.
Just leaving her here. She's not.
And then if we can help her out on the way out,
unless she tags along, welcome to
I think-
tag along.
Yeah,
I
she
think
can
we've
come with.
very
She wants.
much. Yeah, I think we've very much shown her that like we just kill her if she tries to cross us.
Yeah, I mean, she's not tried to do anything since the spell has dropped. She's just yeah. Okay.
should we take? Has she got any weapons? Should we take those off her?
Does she have
Nah,
weapons?
because I'm conscious that if she leaves and we've left her without weapons,
We might as well have
she's-
murdered her.
Yeah, it's
We
dangerous.
have just murdered everyone else in her tribe. Like,
She's got a bow. She's got a bow and a knife. She's not got anything that's too. I appreciate that still weapons, but she doesn't seem to have too much on her in terms of weaponage.
Has Greg got a cheese knife again?
I don't know. Did I get my cheese knife back? I think I did, didn't I?
No, you've never had your cheese knife back.
I offer her a small axe.
Okay. I mean, she's got weapons.
Oh, I take back.
She's
my
got
axe.
she's got a knife and she's got a bow and arrow. So it's just
Like,
whether or not you want to leave them with her.
The old reverse Gimli.
Does she have any rations?
That's really good.
Are you asking this?
Yeah, I'm asking her.
Yeah. Of course, I live in the wild. What did you call? Where do you think I go? Tesco?
Does he sell them?
That's fine then.
Did we?
So you going to leave her here, or you encourage her to come with you?
Did we loot the bodies? By the way.
Ooh.
You didn't know.
Ooh, maybe we tell her to turn around while we do that.
Quill, are you feeling okay?
Krill's like twitching. Like
I'm not sure there's gonna be much joy in looting the bodies.
Yeah, I mean they're only barbarians, aren't they? And we don't want to annoy this woman, I guess.
less fast than you might think.
Krill, let's play like a role-playing game. Let's play Imagine What's in the Barbarian's Pockets.
Okay.
It's a new game that Dweezil's just invented for when you really want to do like kind of crazy things, but you can't. Think of a number between 1 and 20, Krill.
17.
Well done. You find 10 gold pieces and some fluff.
Can I add that?
Not real.
Can I add that to my inventory, Nate?
Yeah, you can, but put next to it imaginary.
Oh.
Did anyone answer me about the door? Or
Leave the door.
okay, so you're leaving the door. You're leaving the door down, or the block.
You're free to
whatever it is,
go,
you're
but
leaving
we're
that
locking
down.
you in.
Okay, right. Okay. So you maybe one of you at some point says about her coming with you, and she sort of very performatively looks at Harshnag, looks at Krill, looks at Gregomel, and shakes her head that she doesn't wish to.
She's
to
such a
associate.
racist bitch.
It's not just racist. She also doesn't like magic users.
yeah, she's ageist as well.
Yeah. No, because she wasn't too fussed for you, and you're the oldest, aren't you? No? Isn't Daboff older than Greg?
Yeah,
I mean, actually physically older, and Greg's only 18.
Yeah, true.
Greg's a kid, and Dabble spent decades.
I mean, she doesn't know that, to be fair. She doesn't look at him and just go, oh, yeah, that's a child in a really elderly man's body.
Oh, she should.
I mean, he has got his hat on back to front now, so maybe that gives it away. Playing with a yo-yo or something.
Skateboard under his arm.
Okay. Right, so she then sort of like, she just sort of, not barges past, but she sort of walks past you and starts looking at, she walks over to the rest of her party and sort of doesn't tend to them, because obviously they're... She finds 10 gold pieces and a bit of fluff. But no, she sort of just looks over them and sort of like, I don't know, perhaps does some sort of prayer or does something to sort of like, signify their passing over to the afterlife. The rest of you, what are you doing? You pushing on? You doing any more investigating? What you tell me where you want to go.
Just push on, I think.
Yeah, down the corridor.
Yeah.
Spoiled my fun already.
Okay, so move your tokens a little bit further forward so you can start seeing what's ahead of you. Yeah, there we go.
Am I okay to just jump down here? Yeah.
Yeah. We'll just say, or half second, bring you down. Whatever you say, you get down there safe enough. Yeah. It is a 20-foot drop, but doing it carefully, you'll be able to do that without taking any damage. Okay, so as you continue on up the corridor, you get to a set of stairs, which from where you at the base, you can see that they lead up about 20 foot, and they're about 40 foot deep in total. So it's quite sizable. Each step is 5 foot deep, or 5 foot high, I should say. So obviously this would, in theory, be difficult terrain. You would have to take some time getting up there. I perhaps Mr. Dabov himself might even have an even more difficult time as a gnome. But you take the time up these stairs.
Oh, Dabov has the slippers, so he just kind of...
He does. So you just go...
Yeah. Imagine that scene towards the end of Labyrinth where David Bowie's doing all that crazy shit on the stairs. Dabov's just doing that to get up.
You just go from vertical to horizontal to vertical to horizontal, just walk.
Yeah.
So anyway, you all make your way up, to the up these stairs.
Yeah.
Okay. You at the top of these stairs, and you obviously would have seen this as you were approaching them. You notice these 30-foot tall granite doors that face you. Carved into it, you can see there are images of giants, but they look a little bit more special than normal giants, and perhaps some of the more astute of you might think that these are maybe gods or something along that lines. And you can see that they're battling dragons. Yeah, there are some handles for these, but again, these are located quite high up that you possibly wouldn't be able to reach even on your tippy toes. Yeah, what are you doing?
See if they're open.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, should we try one each?
Dabov, do you want to perform some kind of safety check?
Yeah, I'll do the Vinweasel safety check. I'll inspect
it's
the door.
it's been a minute, isn't it?
Can we remember them? Can we remember all of the mnemonic? Is it
visual?
Investigate.
Investigate. Inspect.
Noise. Wait. Examine. Assess.
Yep.
Sound.
Everything okay?
Everything okay.
Everything okay.
And then look.
Yeah.
Look.
Yeah. The last thing you do is look.
Everything okay?
Excellent. We got there in the end. Right. So you do that. What are you doing? Are you just sort of like listening up against it?
Not just.
Yeah, giving it like a few sort of gentle taps, see if anything rattles.
Pulls out a stethoscope.
The old safe cracking kit. That's
at one point.
Yeah.
You have a little bit of a knock on it, and you're knocking all over the place just to see if you can find anything. And the sound
the
you get
giant
back,
just opens. What the fuck do you want? I was asleep. Jesus.
Nice. Yeah, you just get the exact sort of sound you're expecting. You're knocking against granite. You just hear this noise of stone. You don't find any hollow points or anything. You don't hear anything interesting off the back of it. Dabov takes maybe a little bit of a listen up against the door, and roll me an investigation, Dabov.
13.
13.
Yeah.
You can hear something from the other side, but you can't really make up much detail. It's nothing particularly loud. It's sort of like a bit of a sort of a groaning noise, but you can't really place your finger on what it is exactly. But it doesn't sound like a person talking or anything like that. What an exceptional episode of Dice and Desire that was. I can't decide if my favourite part was when Quinch said the inappropriate thing, Dweezil scolded them all for being silly billies, or Greg just didn't know what was going on. Haha, great stuff. Anyway, thanks for listening, and if you've enjoyed this, why don't you come and find us on social media, where you can interact with us on a daily basis and share some of your favourite parts. Or you can tell some friends and family, hopefully they listen, and that will help our visibility and even more people will find us. Or, finally, if you have any spare change that Krill doesn't know about, and you want to support us financially, no pressure, then why don't you head on over to Ko-fi and you can do just that. Right, I'm off. But, like Daboff, I will see you in a few days whether you like it or not. Ciao!